little bit nervous because I'm going to see the dentist in a couple of hours, and because my wisdom teeth is like really close to pop off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually dentists do not provide like a stress-free environment. I think everyone gets very stressed, right? When you go to a dentist, it's like immediately a stressful situation. Yeah, completely agree. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Amaya. Um, Hopefully you can take something with you that can make you feel comfortable. Or for some people, just grabbing your cell phone makes you feel comfortable. But maybe something to grab and squeeze makes stress go away at some point. There's some rubber balls or anything that can be like sort of squishy that you can squeeze it and then relieve some of the stress in your system. In the second part, I'm going to invite Natalie to join. In the second part, second half, you are going to present your answers. Okay, so the first group, gosh, my memory is okay. There was a group composed by Amaya, Gaspar, Dominique, and William. Who
Professor,
would like to share this? Yes, sir.
excuse me.
Yes,
Dominic
please.
said to me, in a house, she suffer a blackout. I think is the word, a blackout, when you don't have electricity. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Blackout.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, blackout. So in this moment, it's very complicated. She can be here with us. You're
Sorry.
muted.
Yes, I just noticed. Thanks so much. Thank you for the heads up. Unfortunately, it has become quite common, right, to have these situations of outage, power outage, right? Yeah, that's another expression you can use, right? Outage in the chat box, or power outage, which is when the power supply or the power electricity is not present, so equipments cannot be used. Thank you for the heads up. Thank you very much, William. So let's take a look at your answers. All right. Anyone in or I can do it, and then you can go on. I'm trying to share the. Okay, I think I'm right here. I'm ready to share the screen. Okay, I was kind of lost, but now I found the way. Okay, this is Amaya's, Gaspar's, Dominic's, and William's Google Doc. So unless you want to share it, I'm sharing it. So why don't you go and explain your results, your answers, all right? Maybe Amaya, would you like to read aloud some sections? Maybe lead and organize the way that your group's going to interact. Maybe Amaya, you can say, now Gaspar, your turn. Now William, your turn. Okay. Take a look at this exercise 1 as a group. Amaya, is that possible?
All right. We
Thank you.
can't finish on time all the 6 exercises, but we try our best. In the first exercise, it was meant to read the description and write down the phonetic symbol representing. The first one, it was a voiced la viola dental fricative. We know it was V, and the two words we chose to represent the phonetic symbol, it was love and both. The next,
Perfect, perfect. Just, I'm sorry to interrupt. Just a very short question. Say voiced, voiced.
voice,
Perfect. Voiced with a final t. Voiced, voiced.
yeah,
Yes. And yes, and say because v is
good,
the yes, v is the
what?
sound and v is the letter basically. Just that, right? So remember, this is v.
Yeah, um,
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go on, please.
no, it's okay. The next one, it was a voiceless alveolar fricative. We know it was S, and we choose the word sun and soul. The next one, it was a voice, a photo fricative. I don't remember how to pronounce this one, I think, but it was Z. I'm sorry. We choose the words breathe and knowledge. It was a shock. Well, the next one, it was a voiceless glottal fricative. We choose, well, we know it was the phonetic 8, and we took the word horse and house. The next one, it was a voiceless bilabial sound. We know it was P, P. The words, it was potato and play. And the final one, it was a voiceless dental fricative. And it was a, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing bad. I'm trying. And the words we choose, it was think and thousand. Um, that was the exercise number 2. William, if you can present the exercise. Well, it was that was exercise number 1. William, if you can present the exercise number 2.
Yes, lady, sure. Teacher, please. Thanks.
Is
Thanks.
that it?
Excuse me?
Number 3, right?
No, not number 2. Sir.
Number 2.
I don't. I get confused and I said the exercise 1 to no. The next is the number 2.
Okay. Okay, so this is it, right? The exercise 2? I'm sorry.
It's the other one. Is the one is up. Yeah, that's the one.
That I think your internet connection is a little bit slow, teacher. That's the problem. Okay, I'm going
Yeah.
to.
Could you share yours, please?
Okay, I'm going to try.
Thank you very much for that.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to try the the things change on the team. Uh, group task here. Can you see properly?
Yes, very clear.
Okay. Um, Okay, the exercise 2. In this exercise, you're presented with sets of words. In each set, highlight each word that has a consonant with the place of articulation for that set. And bilabial, in the bilabial place, we highlighted words such as apple, lamb, and bank because they have bilabial sounds such as p, m, and b. And in the vowel place, we highlighted words such as break, cast, and ghost because we have sounds such as k and g, vowel sounds. And the alveolar place, we highlighted words such as tack, scare, dark, and not. They have alveolar sounds such as t, s, d, and again t. And the dental or interdental place, we highlight words such as thick, bathe, and meth. And we can find the sound th. And finally, in the place of articulation in the palatal, we highlight the words such as grace, push, measure, shape, and action. And we can find the sounds herb and sh. Do you have anything to say, Mister?
Not really. I think you are doing a very good job here. I was wondering if the other group may have another opinion about the exercise so far covered, exercise 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Do you
excuse
have
me.
any other?
I forgot the last one. Labiodental. In the labiodental place, we can find labiodental sounds in words such as face, vase, rough, and life, with the sound v and th. Thanks. Now, yes.
Alrighty, alrighty. Let's ask one member of the other group. In the other group, we could see Bastian, Sebastian, Claudia, and Natalia. Maybe maybe you don't have any other different opinion about the first exercise, but still it's worthwhile to ask. Bastian, Sebastian, Claudia, and Natalia, do you have a different opinion, a different answer for any of the elements in the first item?
I think we have a difference. Yeah, I'm not sure, but can, can the person that is showing go up to see the first item? Because this is the second one.
Right. I think William is still sharing, so maybe you can tell him to. William, are you there? Could you?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay. Or Bastian, you could share yours. That's
Right.
also an option.
No, because I am on phone, so maybe another of my classmates is better if he or she sure.
You mean Sebastián, Claudia, Natalia? Maybe they could do that, the sharing?
I know that Sebastian is in his computer, I think so. Maybe he's a good option. What do you think, Sebastian? Can you share?
Yes, yes, I can share. Give me a second.
Thank you.
Because I am sure that we have a difference in the fund. Or at least we had the difference 5 minutes ago. So
Okay. Let's see here. Mm, Can you see?
yes.
Yes, now you're sharing,
Yeah.
Sebastián. Yes.
Here is the difference in the third one, I think, because the other group only had one, and here we have two, the sh and the sh. Yeah. So mm, about all the others are exactly the same that the other one. So I am not sure if we did it well or not, putting those. So
Yes, sorry. I think I was muted and I was giving an answer. Let's in the exercise 1, I can see that you used two symbols for letter A and two symbols for letter C, but you need to use only one. And the criterion to select which one is voiced in letter A. Which one in letter A? There's one voiced. Not both are voiced. Both are labiodental and fricative, but only one is voiced. Which one do you think is the voiced one?
the yes, yes,
Exactly,
the F is not voice. Unfortunately,
exactly.
all these examples with the so it's like only like the computer was wrong and we made a mistake with the hands, but the examples were good.
Right. And the same thing with letter C. There's one symbol that matches the description given there.
I don't really notice the difference between sh, j, j and the other one. So I think that is the most difficult sound regarding consonants for me.
Yeah, they're pretty difficult. I totally agree with you. But yes, the sound is ch as the one that it's Sebastian. He deleted the second one because the one that it's right there now, it's the correct one. So I'm sorry, voiced? No, it's the other one. Voiced palatal affricate. Let me change my because I need to enlarge this. Okay.
Yes, because
Um,
sheep
yes.
don't have vibration. No.
Yes. The examples are correct. Cheap, cheese. For ch, the first phonetic symbol that you have there. Initial sound in cheap and cheese are the ones described or represented by the first phonetic symbol, the one on the left. The one on the
So we
right
have
is, yes, go on.
because for me sheep touching my neck, my throat, and I don't feel anything. Sheep, she's nothing is moving. Sheep,
Right,
I
right.
think I
Now
am.
the second phonetic symbol, I'm sorry, the second phonetic symbol is the one that matches the description. The second phonetic symbol there, J, is the one which matches voiced palatal affricate. Uh,
Yes,
Voiced
because
is the key concept.
the other one uh, didn't have the vocal cords. I think.
Yes, the other one, the vocal cords do not vibrate when producing. William has his hand raised. William, please.
Yes, I would like to provide a tip for my classmate Bastian because for me also it was difficult understand or recognize the difference between the sound G and Ch. I what I mean when it's voiced and voiceless. So I always remember that the sound D is voiced, and if the sound in this way G contains the sound G is also voiced.
Right,
So a little.
that's a good, yes, that's a good recommendation. It's always important to have a very familiar word. For example, the symbol that you have in letter C, that you as a group have in letter C, I always connected with, for example, the word jeans, jeans or judge, jeans. So that those are my favorite words to remember this specific symbol, which is very abstract, which has nothing to do with the sound. I mean, you see this symbol, and there's no connection between the sound that you have to produce and the symbol and its representation. So yes, I strongly suggest that you can match the symbol with a familiar word. About this, the exercise 2, do you have any comments as a group?
I think
Sebastian,
we are
Bastian.
we have exactly the same of the other one. If someone see a difference, please tell me. Tell us.
Oh, okie dokie. Now we have in the exercise number 2. Do you have any word, any difference with the previous group? We have
I
apple,
think no,
lamb.
but
I think you don't. I don't know if Amaya, Willem, do you see anything different from your own chart? I mean, you were also working the same exercise, so
I can see. I
what
can
do you
see.
think?
I can
Okay,
see.
go on.
In my group in the section palatal, my group highlighted all the words: craze, push, measure, shape, and action. I don't think craze is a palatal word, so I agree with this group this time.
Okay.
So that sounds strange, but yes, I that's the difference between both groups.
Excellent. All right. Yes, I do agree with you that craze, the initial sound should be considered velar sound, right? And the last sound should be considered an alveolar sound. So none of them, neither the first one nor the last one or final consonant sound are or should be considered palatal consonant sounds. And I do agree with the rest. Push, measure, shape, and action. Yes, absolutely right. Anything else about the that particular exercise? I think there's one more to go. Labiodental. Phase, rough, life, thought. It's very clear. I think if you don't have any questions or comments, I think we should consider correct the whole exercise 2. Did you have time to work on exercise 3?
Yes, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, 3, 4, and
Because
5. Shall we?
4 and 5,
Yes, Bastian?
the 4th and 5th, we already seen that once on Monday, so we knew the answers.
Good memory. Good memory. So let's take a look at exercise 3, at your answers for exercise 3. Could you go over them, please? Maybe Sebastian, could you?
Yes, exercise 3.
Thank you.
Identify the feature of connected speech in each of the following words utterance. Expression, transcription, feature of connected speech. That boy. That boy, that boy. It's a regressive assimilation because of the
Why?
B in boy affects the T in that, making it B. That boy instead of that boy.
Okay, and it's a regressive assimilation of which specific aspect? Is it a regressive assimilation of manner of articulation, place of articulation, or voicing? What do you think?
In this case,
This is a question not just for Sebastian, but for everyone in the room, all right? So don't feel pressed, Sebastian, it's for everyone in the room. Anyone can pitch in.
I think it's not voice because it's still from a voiceless to a voiceless. So it's place or manner, but I am not sure of that or what is the correct of that those options.
I think it's regressive assimilation in okay. Okay, I read in a wrong way, sorry.
That's all right. We're trying to do this, right? Because it's not an easy task. But Bastian mentioned that it's t and b, voiceless and voiced, and we still have p and b, which are the same thing, voiceless and voiced. So it's not a regressive assimilation of voicing. So is it a regressive assimilation of place of articulation? Are they similar in terms of place of
Yes.
articulation?
Place of articulation.
Yes, place of articulation, right?
Yeah.
If we go back to the previous example, that boy, so in the same exercise, that boy, t and b, do they share the same place of articulation? What do you think? T is
No, that is interdental, and the V is bilabial. It's sure that V is bilabial, but I am not so sure with that. That
right. T, yeah,
T
t is actually t
alveolar.
is Alveolar, good. So alveolar and bilabial, they don't have the same place of articulation. Now let's take a look at the assimilated form. P and B. Do they have the same place of articulation?
Yes, yes, both are bilabial.
Exactly, both are bilabial. So that's the kind of regressive assimilation that we can see here of place of articulation. So it makes easier for the tongue to produce these final vowels, final consonant sound in that, and the initial consonant sound in boy, that boy.
So
Um, yes,
so we so we have alveolar bilabial, right?
I'm sorry, come again?
So we have alveolar bilabial, that boy and that boy.
Yes, we have in the original example that an alveolar with a bilabial, and now we have two bilabial, and that's the feature that was sort of transferred from the bilabial b in boy to the previous sound. That's the change or the influence in this what we call regressive assimilation of place of articulation. Um, yeah, Sebastian, tell me more about the second item, please. Sorry, the second exercise in the same exercise 3.
Expression is 10 planes. Transcription 10 planes, 10 planes. It's a regressive assimilation because of the sound P in planes changes the previous sound N to N to Yes.
Exactly, exactly. And so this is a regressive assimilation of, remember the previous question for number 1? Is it a voicing of manner or place of articulation? What do you all think? Question for everyone.
I think it's place since N is dental and well M is biliary.
Yes, n in 10, n is alveolar, right?
Excuse me,
Alveolar.
Professor.
Yes,
The
sir.
sound the sound of the 10. What do you think? Is just alveolar or is dental alveolar? Because I think it's on the middle. If you feel your tongue, you can notice that it's like in the middle between your teeth and your alveolar.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, and it's a great comment. Maybe it's not a pure alveolar sound, although it's classified as an alveolar sound. But yes, probably the tip of the tongue is a little bit below. It could be a sound like an alveolar, which is dentalized, meaning that the tongue it's going closer to the teeth and not so exactly in the alveolar ridge. Absolutely, yes, absolutely agree with that. And that would be part of the narrow transcription when you are transcribing exactly or trying to be very, very objective in the way in which the sounds are really produced or articulated by a specific speaker. Maybe, yes, you can describe or transcribe this specific sound with a symbol um, that is showing that the sound is dentalized, maybe, right? And that symbol is, it looks like a small U at the bottom, like one of these staples, right? But like this, right? Right below the symbol representing yes, 10 plans, 10 planes, 10 planes. Okay, so basically regressive assimilation of is bilabial, p is bilabial, so they have the same place of articulation now, but before it was sort of an alveolar and a bilabial consonant sounds, right? So still we're referring to regressive assimilation of place of articulation. Good comment, William. Good comment. I'm sorry for an interruption, Sebastian. Can we move on to the next one?
Yes, sure. Expression is would you, and to would you, it's coalescence assimilation.
Perfect. Coalescence, some call it mutual assimilation. That's another concept that you can find, but essentially is this combination of one d or t and a y, right? And then we get a new one, right? A new sound, which is the coalescence. Perfect. What's coming? What's next? We've got 4 and 5. Sebastian, would you like to?
Yes. Next day. That's expression, next day. And we believe there is an elision because the sound t it's omitted in the transcription.
Yes. Perfect. And are we done? Or
Yes, and well, I think it's the same in the last one, acts. From acts to acts. The sound t it's omitted before s.
exactly. It's very difficult, the pronunciation of a consonant cluster. In number 5, we have, after the trap vowel sound, we have k, t, and s, which are a cluster of 3 consonant sounds. So there's some sort of simplification of this combination of 3 consonant sounds to only one. So in general, whenever you get a cluster of 3 consonant sounds, is the middle one that gets out of the way. It's the middle one that leaves the party. Okay, so that's some sort of I wouldn't say general rule, but it's what usually takes place. I think that you were able to move forward to the next item, but I think that William, Amaya, Gaspar, and Dominique were not able to work on the next item because I'm taking a look at I'm taking a peek at the Google Doc and I don't see any. So maybe it would be for the interest of everyone to provide some more time. I mean, not today because we are about to finish the session. But is it all right if we can continue working on this on
Monday.
yes, exactly, Gaspar, on Monday?
Yes. Monday.
Yes, yes. Is it all right for you?
At least for me, no problem, Professor.
Thank you, Gaspar.
It's perfect.
Bastian? Excellent. Amaya?
It's,
Sebastian? Bastian, sorry.
yes, with the sixth exercise that is a bit longer, you will give us the explanation on Monday, or just to like when the other group finish the fourth and fifth, you will explain the sixth one, or you will explain the sixth one now. Now,
We can take advantage of this now. If Sebastian can kindly help us, if you could move on to the exercise 4, Sebastian, that would be wonderful. So in the exercise 4, you need to go to this website as you already did, right? And you need to watch the videos. This is a really, really fun activity because you get to watch some videos and you listen to different pronunciation and then the answer is provided. So basically it's really a fun practical exercise. Exercise 4. In the exercise number 5, what you need to do, thank you so much, Sebastian. Thank you so much. In the exercise number 5, again, you need to go to a website, but in here, you need to just listen to the subjects, samples, right? They all of them have a different accent. There are 20 recordings. Okay, so you are required to listen to the first 10. But if you want to keep practicing, you can listen to the other 10 as well. That's totally up to you. But for this specific task, you're required to listen to the first 10 out of the 20. All right. That's exercise 5. In the exercise number 6, thank you so much again, Sebastian, for your help. There's a list of dialects in a table that's coming below, right? And for this activity, you need to work as a group. It's a collaborative effort. What you need to do is first decide on one specific dialect, and then you need to describe essentially what you did last semester, but this time as a group. And you're going to find out samples of the specific English dialect, and you're going to give a mini presentation of this dialect to the rest of your classmates. Okay. The idea is that if you're saying, for example, that in a specific dialect there is a replacement of the sound k for the sound for instance, and speakers, instead of saying rock, they say roch, or instead of saying block, they say bloch. The idea is that you can have a sample of a speaker to back up that statement. Okay, if you're saying, oh, well, there's a replacement of the diphthong I for the diphthong oi. So speakers, instead of saying 5, they say 5. Instead of saying, whatever specific feature you can find in any of these dialects, that you can back it up with a sample. Okay. This activity that you're going to work as a group is an activity that I would like to carry out later on in the form of a webinar or an activity open to students in the English teaching program at the university, and maybe invite people from teachers from the system and people and students. I mean, teachers who were students once in this university. The idea is that I'm going to invite you next semester, to those of you who might be interested in this activity, to present to the community, to present this information when you talk about, I don't know, Jamaican English, for example, Cockney English, Australian English, South African English. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Scouse English. Number 8, Cajun vernacular English, the English type of English spoken in the south part of the United States, specifically. Oh, I forgot the name of this very, very interesting place with a very French, very, very big French influence. Okay, it'll come to me later. So you will prepare these mini presentations, but then next semester you're not going to be taking phonetics with me, right? But hopefully, right? But I'm going to invite you to participate in this activity, presenting all this information to the rest of the community. What do you think about that? Because teachers in the system, in the educational system in Chile or in the region, students from other levels in the program may not have the information that you will have, and you can share with the rest. So if you would like to participate in this activity that I would like to plan for next semester, I'm going to send an invitation, and if you're interested, I would like to reply with this to this invitation. So the idea is that you can participate. So with what you're doing now, what you're going to be working with next class, this also can be an activity that we can carry out next semester to more people, so more people can know about dialectal differences, because this is not something that has been going on for a lot of time. This is quite recent in the terms of the last 20, 15 years. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? There's an invitation coming. All right, you're free to say yes or no. So that's basically what we're going to be doing next class, next Monday. All right. Do you have any questions before we finish today's session?
No, really, teacher.
Thank you so much, Amaya. So have a wonderful weekend. I hope you all stay safe with your families, and I'll see you on Monday. Okay.
Okay. See you on
Bye,
Monday.
Alrighty.
teacher.